What is going on, everybody? In today's video, it is time for another monthly haul. Murphy, could you not take that treat anywhere else? Sorry about him if that's picking up on the audio. He'll be done here soon. It's the physical media. Technically for May and June. Saying that on July 2nd kind of failed. I wanted to have it out for May. My work schedule got crazy with the hours. Wanted to get it done by the end of June, same thing, and then it's been like 100 degrees, and I work in a warehouse, so I've been kind of dead from work these last couple months, trying to make some progress on videos where I can. I actually beat a game last night that we're going to be doing a video on here soon. So before we get into the physical media, I do just kind of want to touch on the news that broke yesterday. As of January 2028, PlayStation will no longer be shipping out physical games. Another huge loss for physical, especially after our last video we made about the Rockstar situation. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen I've been retweeting some jokes about it. It's not funny, but I mean, what can you do? Personally, I'm not going to be. If that's 100% true, I won't have any interest in the next generation. I won't be picking up a PS6. The Switch 2 will be the final console that I buy, if that's the case. Except for maybe the next Nintendo, because I don't see them ditching physical quite yet. But yeah, just wanted to address that since it's such huge news within the video game physical landscape. Honestly, physical landscape at all, because this could just be a bad sign of things to come. That's why I like these videos. That's why these videos remain normally unedited. This one might be a little bit, just depending on how much noise my dog's making. This is just, these type of videos are just long forms to have in the background. They're just driven by passion and interest of physical collection. I obviously don't need all this stuff. I have more than fucking enough, but I like to have my stuff. I don't know. I like getting them as gifts. If I don't feel like I need something, they're good for like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Nothing. Or, $10, something. That's just me. But yeah, let's get into our most diverse physical media haul, because we have another book. I think our second book appearance on the channel. Now, for any of my DC fans, you may know that the movie trilogy for this comic series has been announced. I got my pre-order in for the 4K for Part 1 this September. That's Batman Nightfall, and I had to pick this up because I haven't read these since elementary school. A little bit too adult for elementary, but my mom just liked that I was reading, and we got our comics from the library. So I used to rent out big books like these and read them all the time. I already had volume 2 and 3. The problem with this volume was I had the 25th anniversary, so it's half of this for the 25th anniversary, so they could sell it in 6 parts instead of 3. And this was cheaper than just buying the second part of the 25th anniversary. So that's what I did. I got the little bluey bookmark. I've read the first 2 issues so far. Want to at least get that book done before the first movie comes out, just because I imagine they're going to cover book by book. I thought it was a 4-parter, but And next is why it's one of the most diverse ones. Even more so because we got freaking Switch games. How often do we have that in here? But yeah, got a board game, Comic Hunters. I don't know. Woo. It's a shop extension of Amazon, I guess. It's like its own shop, kind of like how GameStop had the Geek Store or whatever. So they have their own deals. They were running buy 7 under the toys thing that they had listed and get 70% off. So ordered anniversary wedding presents for my wife, and then that's what I got for me. So yeah, and got something for my brother as well. So that was just something. It was like a few bucks, like maybe $5. I was like, why not? And next up, we got 3 piles, so I guess we're just gonna fucking find somewhere. My birthday was in May, so I guess I'll label the ones that were for my birthday. This is one my wife got me, still sealed. Muppets Take Manhattan 4K. Haven't seen most of the Muppets movies, but I absolutely want to. Thought it was very weird this one had a 4K. I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to pay the 25-ish bucks for it. So I asked my wife for it for my birthday. We have a budget that we spend on each other, so she got that for me and a couple other things that we'll see. Next up, there's something my mom got me for my birthday. The Netflix series, I still haven't watched this. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I really like the Scott Pilgrim movies. Not quite to the extent some people do. But I still enjoy it. I definitely want to watch that show. It's a cartoon series that I thought was a one-for-one remake, but apparently that is untrue. I don't know if that's what they sold it as or not, but that's what I knew it as, and as the build-up to it was released. Just never really got to it, mainly because I didn't have a Netflix subscription when it came out, and then I just never got around to finding it by other means, is all we'll say. Next up, I bought this for myself, I want to say. I want to say I bought this for myself because it went on sale. Arrow video release, 4K of Donnie Darko. I was quite surprised. I watched this movie for the first time last year, and I quite liked it. I'm interested to see, they should have the director's cut on 4K as well. So I watched it digitally, HD. So I haven't seen this on 4K yet, and I haven't seen the director's cut because it's a locked title digitally. And yes, I support both physical and digital. I'm about choices because I don't want to buy every single movie physically. I have thousands upon thousands of movies digitally that I otherwise wouldn't have because I'm not going to just take that plunge on physical movies that take up space. So I'm for options, really. And I double dip. I buy physical and digital of the same stuff sometimes. So, it's all about options, really. I don't get why people would be against that. Next up, this was like $9 off Woot, the same store we were talking about for the board game. Sonic Superstars, PS4, PS5. PS5 copy. I did the reverse cover art. Yeah, pretty excited about this. 1 to 4 players, so something for me and my wife to play, or just me, because she'll probably end up giving up. Oh, I realized I messed up my files already. I have a 4K pile, and I put Donnie Darko on the Blu-ray pile. Next up's a newer release. I'm a big fan of this franchise. I really like this movie. A lot of people didn't. Ended up finding it for a really good price on the Amazon reseller page, so I think I ended up paying like $10 for this, maybe? The new SpongeBob movie. I really like this movie. I had a lot of fun with it in theaters. Me and my wife, we went opening weekend. I'm pretty sure we are the only people that laughed, and there were quite a bit of children there because it's a kids movie. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking stupid because I was laughing more than my wife. She's not stupid, just for clarification. My mom got me this for my birthday. Paul 4K. Haven't seen this in quite some time. I saw somebody on Twitter post that they had a copy of the DVD, the Blu-ray, and now the 4K. I was like, I mean, if you like it that much, maybe it's better than I remember. So I got that out to check out. I've only seen it once, but it's been a while. Next up is something my wife got me in a movie I have not seen. Very excited to. De Niro, probably my favorite actor. This is a very highly rated movie. It's been on my list. I've been wanting to watch this, but I've been waiting for this release because I feel like it's going to be right up my alley, so I wanted to watch this. The Shout Select, which they do phenomenal work. I think that's going to look amazing on the Panasonic. I'm very excited to watch this. Still sealed, just because it's 3 hours, and I'm like, holy fuck, I got to make 3 hours. Holy shit, I didn't realize Meryl Streep was in this. John Savage, Christopher Walken, oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'm really excited for this war movie from my understanding. Very excited. It sounds like it's going to be right up my alley, especially with the De Niro. He does phenomenal work. Next up, a present from my wife. Not the last one. I think the next one's the last one. Kung Fu Panda 4K. This is a relatively cheaper title. And quite honestly, the only one I really like in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. Maybe it's because this is the one I grew up with. I grew up with the second one. I saw it in theaters when it came out. And I remember liking it in theaters, but I think the problem was I wanted to rewatch it for years upon years, but I could never find the DVD for it anywhere, so I just never rewatched it. But I spent a lot of time with this. I distinctly remember probably when I was around 6 or so, I had a little portable DVD player, and I quite remember playing this in the DVD game that was on it. I highly doubt that this 4K release has the DVD game, so those are some throwback media. If you're from the 2000s like I am, you remember those little DVD games because we just fucking explored those menus for our favorite things. Which probably gonna go in next? Let me save that because it's a Switch game. We don't get a whole lot of Switch games. Let's get some anticipation going. Next up, another Amazon resale deal. One of my favorite. I'm a huge boxing movie fan, and this is probably my favorite boxing movie. One of my. It wasn't my top 50 on Letterboxd. It got bumped out when I started checking out some bigger name movies that I hadn't seen before. So it did get knocked out. Southpaw. Absolutely fucking love this movie. Gyllenhaal is just, he fucking kills this role. It's so fucking good, dude. I love this movie so much. Had to get that on 4K. Unfortunately, you can only get that with a steelbook. And I was like, I want to make sure I get that before that either sells out, because I doubt it'll get a second print. But yeah, absolutely had to have that on 4K. Relatively cheaper. Oh, and yeah, this came out, I forgot this came out last month. I saw this in theaters. And it was my favorite time seeing it yet. It was so fucking awesome. My favorite movie. Fight Club, the 4K steelbook came out. Something about this you might realize though is I actually don't have the 4K in here, just 2 Blu-rays. You might notice that. That's because this steelbook fucking sucks actually. So I put it in the far better Blu-ray steelbook. Sorry, Taxi Driver steelbook. I put it in the much better steelbook. And of course, being the virgin I am, had to have the DVD steelbook, so we're all here now. I spent fucking $12 on this. I already had the Blu-ray steelbook. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways, yeah. 4K Fight Club. Next up, I found this for $1. I was out visiting some family. Hit up one of those local charity shops. You donate it. All the money that they raise is going back into the community. So they charged $1 for their physical media, and I didn't have this. I'm a huge Snoopy fan. Love the Peanuts. I read the comics when I was a lot younger. Love the specials or whatever. So yeah, absolutely adore this movie too. If you follow me on Letterboxd, I'm pretty sure I gave this a great review last time. The 4K is out of print, and this is $1. So I was like, I'm okay with just that. Next up, one of my holiday favorites for Christmas, Bah Humduck Looney Tunes. Also at that same charity shop, also only $1. Some DVD pickups. We don't see those. I guess we see those sitting often here. And that's because there's another one. This was actually at a flea market, also for $1. Garfield Holiday Collection. 1 second. Garfield Holiday Collection with 3 hilarious Garfield Holiday TV specials. Now on DVD. What we got here? We got the Halloween, the Thanksgiving, and the Christmas. All will get used probably yearly from me. I'm one of those people who likes to watch his... These specials aren't great, I'll admit. They are free on YouTube. I'm just a collector. I'd rather have it, especially for $1. I wasn't going to pass on it. Huge Garfield fan and huge Snoopy fan, which I guess is a trend now. I didn't know people were starting to grow on Snoopy. I don't know about Garfield. I think there's always been a bit of a Garfield community that I didn't know about. I was like, oh, I like Garfield my whole life. I used to watch the Garfield and Friends TV show on DVD. Used to rent that from the library all the time. Absolutely loved that show. So, read all the comics too, don't get me wrong. Huge Garfield fan. I guess there's always been a fandom for it that I'm kind of just now finding out about in these last few years. When I go out and find some Garfield memorabilia, is kind of at any thrift store you go to. Next up, a movie I watched for the first time recently, and I absolutely loved, and quite honestly, not quite, I don't think it's controversial. One of the best Batman movies I didn't have, it was the last live-action Batman movie I hadn't seen, and I absolutely fucking loved it. It's the 66 Adam, I don't know if that movie came out in 66. It's the 1960s Adam West Batman movie. It's Holy Special Edition Batman. You'll notice it's a special edition because it came with scene selection. Pure West. Oh, shout out to the Simpsons fans who got that. Yeah, also at that same flea market, Zombieland 4K Steelbook, $10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a 4K in here. But yeah, absolutely love Zombieland. I didn't have the 4K. This was sitting in my eBay cart for years, but I was like, do I want to spend like $24 just to upgrade it to 4K? Because I have the Blu-ray Steelbook that I paid like $7 for. $10, I was like, yeah, I'll finally get it. I have Zombieland 2 Steelbook that's in that same design. So yeah, next up was a birthday present for my in-laws. The fourth movie, obviously, being announced coming next year, I think. The Mummy trilogy, Brandon Fraser, all three movies. Haven't seen these. They were asking me what I want for my birthday, and I saw that this was relatively cheap. I don't know if it was on sale, but it was definitely cheap for all three of them on 4K. I was like, yeah, I'll take that, please. And then they ended up getting me some more stuff that is not next. Next up is some stuff my uncle got me for my birthday. These are just some random 4Ks he had. Pacific Rim Uprising. Haven't seen the first one, but I mean, yeah, I'll absolutely watch them. Who is this? Well, okay, I don't know who the fuck that first guy is. So Jamie Foxx in Robin Hood. I'll watch that. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, any movie in 4K. I mean, that I have a physical disc for that's cheap. I normally pick up any 4K that's like at a Goodwill or something like that. Like, I'll watch it for a few bucks. Why not? And then I'm pretty sure I had this on Steelbook. Did not have this on 4K. What the fuck is this receipt? Yeah, Hunter Killer, Gerard Butler. I'm pretty sure I had this on Steelbook because it was in the $5 bin at Walmart a few years back. If any of you guys happen to recall that. So, I mean, that's an upgrade from my Blu-ray to a 4K at least. So, and I have the Steelbook already, so pretty cool. Why are there so many receipts? At the flea market from earlier, that I got the Zombieland Steelbook at and those dollar DVDs, I also got $5 all 8 Harry Potter movies. They are only Blu-ray, I will grant, but for $5, I'm really not going to be that much of a fucking stickler and be like, oh, 4K only. No, I'll take that for $5. And at that same flea market, all that was from the same booth, that flea market stuff, but this was from a different booth. I got American Dad, volume, maybe don't show that one, I don't know how that's going to get claimed. Volume 8 and Volume 7 of the DVD, uncensored. Is Volume 8 uncensored? I'm going to assume that it's uncensored. They were $1 each. Yeah, so now I have Volume 1 up there, so Volume 1, 7, and 8 randomly. I like American Dad. I'm not as huge of a fan. My main two shows are obviously The Simpsons, my favorite show of all time, and then Family Guy is more my speed. Those collections are like hidden in the back row just because I don't pull them out too often. I honestly need to get my Simpsons one because I am watching that for a video coming soon. Is it the last row? I hope I put everything over here. I think I did. We got. I forgot we have 2 Switch games in this video. Very surprising. First is for the Switch One, GTA, the Definitive Edition, the trilogy. I mean, obviously, I have it on PS4. That's just for some fun bullshit on Switch. I ordered this from who is this? VGP, a Canadian-based retailer. Wario tweeted out it was like $19 for all 3, which, looking back, probably isn't a great deal. I think that's actually only a $30 game. Whatever. I was like, that could be fun to play on the Switch while I'm laying down or something like that. I maybe put in some cheat codes and have some fun. That version on PS4 is going to be for, like, to do the serious playthrough for trophies and whatnot. That'll just be for some fun side stuff. Of course, San Andreas, one of my favorite games ever. That's actually the only one that I beat from the trilogy so far. Technically, I've beaten Vice. No, not technically. I've gotten to the end of Vice City. My hold-up, this is the PS2 version, by the way. This is years before the trilogy Definitive Edition even came out. So this, I guess technically I haven't beaten the Definitive Editions for the other ones. But Vice City on the PS2 version, which you could buy way back on the PS4, I got to the very last mission where you have to retake your mansion in that Scarface style. But to do that, you have to unlock all sorts of businesses, and I just honestly couldn't be bothered to go out and earn money just to buy a business, just so I could unlock the final level. So I technically haven't beaten Vice City, but I'm at the final level. I will have to replay it, because I didn't do that on the Definitive Edition, and 3 is a fucking nightmare. And I know a lot about 3's map now, because the game that I beat last night, stay tuned. Next up, I bought this for myself, yeah. I think these were randomly, these were Prime Day deals is what these were. 4K for Meet the Fockers. I had Meet the Parents up there. Absolutely, not my favorite comedies, don't get me wrong. But if a comedy comes to 4K, I'm more inclined to pick it up and support because I'm a huge fan of my comedy movies. And I plan on watching both of I forgot about the third one. I suppose I'm watching all three of them. I'm not probably gonna pick up the last one on 4K. Fuck that movie. Show my wife then before the new one comes out, and Ariana Grande's in that one, so I think she'll have some interest in the series now. I don't know. Gonna try and get her to watch it. And a movie I saw with my wife when it came out a few years ago, The Substance 4K, which came on a loose disc. I actually need to check that because my 4K disc was the loose one, so that better not be fucked. But yeah, those were Prime Day deals, I want to say. Yeah. And this was a Wood pickup. I think we had 2 games in the... Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. Metaphor, ReFantasio for PS5. I've been waiting for this game to go on sale because I like Persona 5 at least. I started up Persona 3 Reloaded. I made it a couple hours in. And I just kind of got distracted. I gotta repick it up because I was like 3 hours in. I'm not too terribly far, but through like a majority of the first, not dungeon, but tower, I would say, I guess. It's more of a tower. Sorry, it's been a week since I've played it, so it's slipped in the mind a little bit. I got to the highest level of the first tower that I could do, and now I'm just kind of waiting to see where I'm at next, pretty much. But yeah. Apparently this is completely different than those games, but I have faith, and this was relatively cheap, I want to say. I think this was like 15, 16 bucks? I can't recall. Pre-order from Amazon. I saw this in February. Scream 7. Kind of a whatever movie. It's kind of in the middle for me. I know there's a lot of controversy around the movie. That's not really what we're here to get into, but yeah. Pick that up. That was pre-order because I have all the Scream movies. Hopefully that's also in here somewhere. I don't know. Next up, another pre-order, Lego Batman. I was going to make a video on this when it came out, then just too much time had passed, and I still might. I don't know. I got the platinum for it. It's a good game, but it's a disappointing game. I was very disappointed in the combat, very disappointed in the flying. It wasn't what I had hoped for it to be. And I think it gets a little overhyped from everything I see, but that might just be how the internet is when they like something. We so rarely see it that they just overhype it. Actually, we do. They do just overhype it, because motherfuckers are saying Obsession's one of the best movies ever made. It's a good movie. You guys can have a good movie and not hype it up to the fucking moon. Next up, one last thing from the flea market the thrift store. They did these limited edition sets for The Simpsons, one of my favorite shows ever. I had the Homer one, of course, the only way you can get season, I want to say 6, that'll be embarrassing if it's not that. Of course, I have the regular version for season 10. Found this, only $5. I was like, yeah, it's a piece of Simpsons collector's memorabilia. I'll absolutely get it for $5. And not a bad thing to have a copy of a season, just in case, disc, some stuff happens to disc. So, not a bad thing to have with some backups, especially collector's editions. Even though I quite hate my Homer one because it's so hard to display, and I don't know if you can see, but it's all the way at the fucking top of this tower. Another birthday gift from my in-laws. They had just picked this out for me. Cyberpunk for Switch 2. It's a very interesting port. I know it's I don't know if it's controversial. It might just be Woods of Beat 'em Up saying that it's a great port. No, there's probably other people saying it's a great port. I haven't played the PS5 version, so I can't entirely say if it's a great port. But it is a rough game on the Switch 2, is what I'll say. Still playable. Not as fucking dog shit as some games that I have beaten recently. But I haven't beaten that either. I only got a couple hours, and I was having a lot of fun. My holdup is I'm playing handheld. Oh, maybe it'll look better if I'm playing docked. I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't even think about that. I'm playing handheld, and that kills your battery within like 2 hours from 100%. So I've only gotten like a couple hours in. So, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's actually a really fun game. I kind of wish I was playing it on the PS5 because I want the trophies. But this comes with the Phantom Liberty DLC. I don't know. Next up's a pre-order. Another good movie that was, in my opinion, a little bit overhyped to the point of one of the best movies ever made. I don't even think it's the best Paul Thomas Anderson movie made. One battle after another. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely like this movie. I even enjoyed it more on a second viewing and might like it even more on my third, but I don't think it's one of the best movies ever made, let alone his best movie ever made. That goes to Boogie Nights for me personally. But yeah, oh, here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. When I said I had all the Scream movies. Yeah, Scream 4 also came out on Steelbook. A fucking Lionsgate limited release, by the way, which I really fucking hate. I mean, they ship pretty good, but I just hate paying for shipping and paying extra to go through them. It's a whole headache. Next up is the game I was looking for earlier when I got Metaphor. This game was also on that same sale, Yuka Replayley. Yeah. I played Ukulele on the PS4. I didn't really get that far, though, to be honest. And it came with a little postcard. Yeah, I forgot this even got released, quite honestly. And I think I added it to my Amazon cart a little while ago. And at most I've just seen price has gone down 5 cents. You know, that bullshit. And then the big ones at the end. The Criterion sale is happening right now at your Barnes & Nobles, the 50% off sale. So you know we had to pick up some of the bangers while they're on sale. First up was the last gift my wife has got me for my birthday, the No Country for Old Men Criterion 4K. Very excited for this. Haven't seen this movie yet. I've been waiting specifically to watch it on this release because it's just one of those movies that I have a good feeling about, you know, with all the hype around it. I think it's going to be up my alley. I'm pretty sure this was the same, one of these guys at least, directed the movie with Brad Pitt or whatever. I didn't like that movie very much, though. I thought that was a little bit weird, so I hope that doesn't... Burn After Reading. Yeah, I didn't really care for that movie. After seeing all the hype on Twitter for it, but, you know, I'll see it. Next up, the GOAT, fucking Scorsese. These are the shorts that he's made. What have I seen? I've seen The Big Shave, It's Not Just You, Murray, which is actually one of his... It's crazy how fucking advanced It's Not Just You, Murray is. You can see so much of what his directing techniques in that in like 15 minutes or whatever that you see him use kind of all the way up to Irishman, maybe even Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm not as familiar with that release. I do have the Criterion for it as well. But man, that's a great fucking short. Absolutely recommended. It's on HBO Max as well, as well as I think all of these. And then What's a Nice Girl Like You Doing in a Place Like This? I wasn't particularly that big of a fan of, to be honest, but you know. Haven't seen American Boy or Italian American. I actually didn't know American Boy was on here. I'll have to refresh myself. I can't remember if that's a Bob Dylan one. I can't quite recall. But yeah, Italian American, I'm very excited to watch that as well. Haven't seen those, so yeah, very excited for that. I've been waiting for the 50% off sale to finally get that. It's been in my car forever, like tempting me. It's like, ah. And then, of course, the pre-order for Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, the next Criterion, not the next 4K release from Scorsese, but the next Criterion release. That's because New York, I don't know what the fucking... It's not New York, I don't believe. The New York movie with De Niro, I think it's a musical. Scorsese movie's coming to 4K. That's coming in a month or two. I got that pre-ordered, and I got Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore pre-ordered for Criterion because that hit the 50% off sale. And I recommend you guys doing that too because if it's still 50% off, that's $25 for the brand new Criterion release on 4K. That's about as low as it'll go, brand new at least. So absolutely recommend that. That's something I also did with Killers of the Flower Moon. It hit a similar sale, so yeah. And then last up, something that I had pre-ordered, but I was like, yeah, I don't know, about $75 right now. Because I had some cash back, whatever. I'll wait for the 50% off sale. It hit $60 or so. John Singleton's Hood Trilogy. I've only seen Boys in the Hood. I like the movie, of course, but I was very excited. I want to see Poetic Justice and Baby Boy very bad. It's a very nice release. I'm very excited for this. I was like, yeah, I mean, I want to see this. I want to watch all of these really bad, but I was like, yeah, I think I'll wait for the 50% off sale. Very nice packaging. A little bit disappointing for the price that there's not the Blu-rays as well, but, you know, I guess it's not a huge deal. It's nice to have those just in case anything were to happen. But, you know, what can you do? Yeah, relatively large sale, spent entirely too much money, went a little bit over my budget for the month, but that's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's the physical media haul. Murphy, please don't, I don't know what you're doing, but we're almost done recording, buddy. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. It's a little bit more crazier of a haul. I needed to get this recorded so I could put this shit away. It's been sitting in my corner over here since the beginning of May, building up. But yeah, I want to get this edited and uploaded. I'm about to head to the movies here soon, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys stuck around, thanks for watching. Possibly another video on the way this week where we cover not the PSP version, but the PS2 port that's on the PS3 store version of Liberty City Stories. I beat it last night. Christ, that game, bro. That game. It just pisses me off. But that's all from me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.